Many of you have probably seen this video. It shows a man walking up behind a 10-year-old girl in Philadelphia, grabbing her and trying to run off. Now, she was able to kick and scream and get away. Well, joining me this morning is Professor Todd Wheeler with Shields Kids Self-Defense, and also Karen. Thanks for joining us. You are taking that class. We appreciate it. You know, Todd, I was looking online, and being a mom of 4 kids, I realize there's so much out there about teaching your kids how to avoid an abductor or what to do if a child is abducted. But what do we do if a child is actually attacked or someone maybe tries to throw them in the car? What are some tips for kids?
You know, one very important thing for kids to realize, and also for parents to realize, is how to educate the kid when to be out of bad situations, to have situational awareness, because that's very important. If they feel they're in trouble, then they might be in trouble. So if you're walking into a very crowded place or a dark, secluded parking lot or something of that effect, having that awareness to understand, wait, I need to maybe not be here, and what steps can I take to get away? A lot of children should have cell phones on them, which they can easily call 911 if they need to. And then just to have the ability to say no and to understand, you know, I should not be here. And to be vocal about it. And
one of the things, too, I've learned is if a child is grabbed, or use what you have as a weapon. Kind of expand on that.
Absolutely. What I teach is an art called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is Shields' primary base. And what we do in that particular sport is learn how to use leverage to help. So someone like myself going against someone Karen's size, her ability to kick me or punch me or knock me unconscious is going to be very difficult. But she can utilize certain positionings with her hands and her body to either release herself from my grasp or to simply control me, because a kidnapper or someone who's trying to abduct someone has 2 things going against them. One is time, and the other one is attention. So by her increasing those things, by yelling or screaming, 911, help, help, stranger, stranger, then it's going to increase the attention factor. And also, the longer he is with that child in the open setting or possibly on camera, like we saw in the video, then it's bringing attention that they do not want to have.
All right, let's see some of these techniques that anybody can use.
Absolutely.
If you don't mind showing some here.
Well, if I'm trying to abduct Karen, I might grab her by her arm, and I might even use 2 hands. So when I go to grab her, she'll grab her own fist, and because she's pulling her hand away, she's utilizing the space between my thumb and my middle finger. So it's very difficult for me to hold her. And because she's using 2 hands, it's very strong. And as soon as she breaks that grip, then she's able to turn and to run away.
And that's when Karen would run away, scream,
absolutely,
yell.
Scream. At the whole time, she's screaming 911, stranger, stranger. And at that point, when someone says 911, it automatically connects to law enforcement, and that automatically makes someone who is trying to do something highly illegal very nervous.
What's another technique you might have?
One really good one is if I start to pull her and she cannot get away, she'll literally latch onto my leg with her feet. So she'll scoot in, wrap both her legs around my leg, and then latch on to me. So now I'm dealing with the fact that I have a screaming kid attached to my leg, and I'm like, well, get off of me.
And any passerby would say, this is not normal. Something is wrong. Something that we've learned from a police officer, former police officer too, is if, say, you are a man and she's yelling, daddy, 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 people are going to assume you're not her dad. So those are other techniques, I guess, you can use along with the physical as well.
Absolutely. You know, telling someone, you know, to stop, stop, help, help. 911. A child her age is not, even in a worst hissy fit, is not going to say that to her parents.
Now, Karen is 10 years old.
She's actually 12.
Or 12 years old. Now, a 4-year-old, there's a lot of younger kids out there. Is this something that they're going to really understand? Is that something that we can teach them as well?
What we can teach them is there's called the hissy fit, where these children will sit down on the ground, and we can demonstrate that now.
Please.
If she just sits down on the ground and starts kicking her feet up at me. Well, what's hard for me is I need to reach down to be able to grab her. And if she's screaming in the process, or just simply giving out a yelp that would kill your ears, I'm trying to get past her. She could easily kick me. She's screaming. If I'm turning, she's tracking with me, trying to get around. We actually make fun games out of this in the academy. So I'm trying to get around, and we're laughing, having fun, but they're learning life defense.
So it seems the key here is yell, scream, kick, move. Don't just let yourself go and be taken away. You got to fight to get away as much as you can and yell.
Absolutely, because a lot of statistics lead to the fact that if a child can survive the point of abduction, they're going to have a better chance, 90% in fact. Once they're taken to the second location, the odds drop of survival to less than 10%.
Very important,
so
yeah.
We teach the kids to get out at the point.
Todd Wheeler, thank you. Karen, thank you so much. This is information every parent needs to know. This is any parent's nightmare. So thank you. We do appreciate it.
You're welcome. If you want to ever come by to rapidfitness.com to bring the kids in, I would love to have them.
Well, it's great to know this technique. So fabulous.
Right.
Thanks.